Hey everyone, this is Robbie as well, Animation Bliss, and welcome to another anime discussion series. So today's anime discussion is going to be on my thoughts on the pilot episode of Helluva Boss. And before I get into this, I would like to remind everyone that new videos will be posted up every Sunday and Monday. If you haven't seen the videos posted up through the week, that must mean there was a bit of anime news released through the week that we wanted to cover, so those will be considered special videos. So now let's talk about the new pilot episode for the Helluva Boss. So basically what happens in this pilot is that it's about a demon named Blitz who wants to start this assassination agency where they are hired by demons to kill anybody from the world of living who have wronged them. And basically what we see in this pilot episode, we see the relationships between the main characters who work at this agency, like Blitz, Moxie, Millie, and Luna, and see how they try to get along with each other or how they argue with each other. But then midway through the pilot, they accidentally kill the kid, and they try to cover up that fact throughout the rest of the pilot. So, what are my thoughts about this pilot episode of Helluva Boss? I really enjoyed it. Like, I've watched Hazbin Hotel before, and I really enjoyed watching that. And when I heard that VisiPop was going to make another animated series called Helluva Boss, I was like, okay, I should check out this series because I really enjoy Hazbin Hotel, and I want to see what they're able to do with Helluva Boss. And I really enjoyed the different tone shifts between this pilot episode with Hazbin Hotel's pilot episode. Like with Helluva Boss, it seems like the tone is a lot more cynical as the main characters argue with each other a lot more. And also the fact that the main characters do a business where they assassinate people instead of trying to save people was really interesting to watch. And it's very different from what we saw in Hazbin Hotel when the main character Charlie is like, she wants to redeem demons who did something bad in their own lives, and they want to and she wants to send them all to heaven since she wants to save the demons from being killed by the annual purge. So that was really interesting seeing the difference between this show and Hazbin Hotel, and seeing how Hazbin Hotel has a more optimistic tone while Helluva Boss has a more cynical tone. So I really enjoyed the tonal shift with that. And I also enjoyed the interactions between the characters. Like here, they actually argue with each other a lot more than the characters in Hazbin Hotel. At least with the characters in Hazbin Hotel, they get along with each other for the most part. But here, with Helluva Boss, you see the main characters always arguing with each other, especially between Moxie and Blitz, as they're always arguing with each other. And then you see Luna, the dog character, who fights with everybody. So it was really interesting seeing the dynamic between these characters and how they're always arguing with each other instead of getting along with each other. And I also like the premise of this series. I thought it was interesting that with this series, these characters are actually assassinating people instead of trying to save people. So that was a big shift from Hazbin Hotel with this series, and just seeing that these characters are a lot more immoral than the characters in Hazbin Hotel. And probably the biggest shock to me in this entire pilot episode is that Richard Horvitz, the guy who voiced Invader Zim and Daggett Beaver from the Angry Beavers, is actually voicing the characters in this short. I actually find it very surprising that VisiPop was able to find a seasoned voice actor like Richard Horvitz and get him to voice these characters, which is awesome. And it was also interesting seeing Richard Horvitz actually voice a character from an adult animation, because when we think of Richard Horvitz, we usually think of him from kid-friendly shows like Invader Zim and The Angry Beavers and The Grim Adventures of Billy and Manny, even though all those, well, mostly Invader Zim and Billy and Manny were dark shows, while The Angry Beavers was a more laid-back series. The fact that they were able to find a voice actor who mostly does a lot of kids' cartoons was really interesting, and I just love the way that Richard Horvitz is able to voice these characters. And even though he curses, I know some people will be probably shocked that Richard Horvitz is like cursing because they're so used to seeing him in kids' cartoons. I actually liked it. I think it shows a lot of his versatility as a voice actor, and he's able to voice these characters so well. He's like, he doesn't sound so manic here like he does in with other characters in his other series. Like when he's voicing Moxie, and it seems like Moxie is like the voice of reason here. And I love the way that Richard Horvitz voices Moxie and makes him sound like this only sane man in this short. So that was pretty cool. And I'm so happy that Richard Horvitz is able to voice these characters in the short, and I can't wait to see more of him in future episodes of Helluva Boss. But overall, I love the pilot episode of Helluva Boss. I think it's a different change of pace from Hazbin Hotel in terms of it's more cynical in tone than Hazbin Hotel. But the fact that you have these characters who live in hell, and you wonder about when you're going to have a show where they show the negative sides of hell, or show how more the characters can be in hell. the fact that the show actually showcases all of that was really interesting. And I can't wait to see more future episodes of Helluva Boss. And I hope they do a crossover episode with Hazbin Hotel, because that would be really interesting to see how these characters think differently from each other, and what kind of ventures they would go on if they did meet up with each other. So that's my thoughts on Helluva Boss. And let me know in the comments down below, have you seen Helluva Boss? And if you have, did you enjoy the pilot? Did you hate the pilot? Do you think it was better than Hazbin Hotel's pilot? Or do you think Hazbin Hotel was better? Please feel free to comment down below. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter so we can keep you updated on any new videos we post up. And also, like our Facebook page. And also join our new Facebook group, Chat with Animation Bliss, where we talk about animation with other animation fans. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit News Boy Animation Bliss, and I'll see you later.